Great lesson yesterday. I'm making this a day late. Start with the scale review. You play your scales really well, but I want you to slow everything down by about 20-30% and make sure you're always 100%. All the micro mistakes you make, we got to get rid of them. So there's a clarity right from the outset when you start any scale about where your fingers go. So I'm going to play slowly and do major blues scales. They all start exactly the same way. Okay, let's move to A. They all start open 2, 3, 4 without exception. So you got to think about that from the outset. Not changing anything until you get to the B string. So start the same way. Don't change. Don't change. Middle finger. Now G starts the same way too. You're always tempted to shift things around, but don't. Then you shift up to the 3 with your first finger. Do that one more time. I want you to get to the point where you're 100% when you play the scales. And part of that is slowing down and thinking forward, anticipating each shape before you start the run. Same thing with the minor blues scales. Okay, they'll all start the same. O, 3, O, 1, 2. There's only one exception, which is G. So I want you to play slow. Think about the shape before you begin. Make it more like a meditation than kind of an anxious run through the scales. A is absolutely identical to E. And don't change anything yet. You don't change until the B string. 1, 3. G starts the same too. O, 3. And that's a real change. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. Those are the only scales we reviewed this week. Real simple review, but I want them to be 100%. Okay, now with regards to your songs, Amie, we decided the intro has to be with bar chords. So you have G, D, and A. And the reason is because we can get the string noise. So practice a real light grip, so you're just barely touching them all. Get a nice dry mute sound. Then I want you to go mute, mute, down, mute, mute, down. Practice this on of the the G or the D. You notice I use my middle finger to kind of help. So in the context, it's mute, mute, G, mute, mute, D, rest A, mute, mute, D, mute, mute, D, rest A. So up to tempo, it's like this. And on the rest, I like to tap the strings because then it forces me to reckon with that beat. Sorry. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it's almost like I'm just drumming on the strings for a second. So it's drum. So it's tap, A, tap, A. The rest you've done very well with. Just make sure you're sticking really strong to the root, down, up, down, up, down. Root, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's Amie. For the Keb Mo song, you played it pretty well for 1 week, but there's some things missing. Really strict fingering with the scale in tenths. So I want you to start with the scale. Okay? You can see I'm using my first and fourth fingers, so my hand's minimally stressed. Okay, for the second degree, use your second and fourth finger. Then repeat that. Then switch back to the original. 1 and 4, and 1 and 4. This is a 5-note scale, what are called parallel tenths. That refers to the distance between the two notes. You kind of have blackbirditis where your fingers are doing all these different fingerings. It's a little bit of a mess, so you just want to clean it up. Same thing when you go to here. Use 2 and 4 again, and then 1. So that's the first thing, is learning that scale very slowly, making sure your fingers are absolutely consistent. Then, right at the outset, I need you to be thinking chords. It's not just a set of individual notes, it's chord shapes. F with the thumb, C with E in the bass. That's how it starts. That way it's... Okay? I'm only playing a few of the notes, but I'm still thinking in chords so that my sympathetic vibrations are in tune, any string I bump is in tune, my hand feels like it's doing something familiar. Okay, then you have your 2 and your 4. Do that again. We decided to make that phrase sing. You need to kind of start with one finger and build the chord. Okay, bud. And then the other song, the other piece of song we worked on was Love the One You're With, Capo 3. Here you did well. It was just something about your strum. You did really well. Okay. So it's up, 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 down. So just pick one chord and practice that, like up, 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 down. Up, 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 down. And then put it in pairs of chords. Up, 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 down. Up, 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 down. Up, 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 down. And so that second chord gets the up and the down. So it's up, 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 down. Same rhythm. Up, 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 down. And then the chorus is just F sharp, E, and D twice. So one more time. Up, 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 down. Up, 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 down. Up, 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 down. Up, 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 down. Have fun, bud.